Hello, you are listening to the Pleasant Spirit Podcast with your hosts, legally blind licensed massage therapists, Kyle and Kelsey Pleasant. On this show, we talk about the messy, beautiful process of living a more intentional life. Whether you're into self-care, soul care, or just trying to stay sane in a noisy world, you're in the right place. Now take a deep breath, and let's begin. Hey friends, welcome back to the Pleasant Spirit Podcast. I'm Kelsey, and as always, I'm here with my favorite co-host and husband, Kyle. Today we're diving into something I think we all need: how to stay grounded when life feels, well, a little bananas.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like everywhere you look, people are juggling a million things: work, family, text, emails, the dog barking, the neighbor mowing the lawn at 7 a.m. It's a lot. And honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm just floating through it all, not really anchored to anything.
Totally. I had one of those mornings where I spilled my coffee, tripped over Chloe's backpack, and then realized I was wearing two different shoes. It's like, how do we find our feet when everything's spinning? So today, we're going to talk about some real practical ways to get back to center, even if your center is a little wobbly.
And I think that's the key, right? It's not about being perfectly calm all the time. It's about having tools to help you come back to yourself, even when things get messy. So let's get into it. So let me just start with a story. Last week, I had one of those days where everything just piled up. I was running late for an appointment. My phone kept buzzing and I couldn't find my cane. I felt like I was just spinning out, you know, like not even in my own body. I actually had to stop and just breathe. I literally put my hand on the wall to remind myself, okay, I'm here. This is real.
I love that. Sometimes I do something similar. I'll just pause and feel my feet on the ground. Or if I'm at home, I'll grab my favorite fuzzy blanket and just squish it in my hands. It's such a simple thing, but it snaps me out of that tornado feeling. And honestly, sometimes I just need to say out loud, Kelsey, you're okay. The world is not on fire. Yet.
Yeah, and I think that's something we talked about in our Plinko episode, right? Life bounces us around and we can't always control where we land, but we can control how we respond. For me, getting outside, even if it's just standing on the porch and listening to the birds, helps me reset. There's something about nature that just brings me back to the present.
Oh, totally. And you don't have to go on a big hike or anything. Sometimes I just open the window and take a deep breath. Or if I'm really frazzled, I'll do that thing where you name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear. I always forget the order, but you get the idea. It just helps me remember, hey, I'm here. I'm safe.
Exactly. And mindful breathing, just taking a slow inhale and exhale, can be so grounding. It's like the world might be chaotic, but I can always come back to my breath. It's a little anchor, you know?
Yeah, and I think that's what grounding is, really. It's not about escaping the chaos, but about finding your anchor in the middle of it. So if you're listening and feeling a little untethered, just know you're not alone. Try one of these little practices and see what helps you come back to yourself.
And don't be afraid to experiment. What works for me might not work for you, and that's totally fine. The important thing is just to notice when you're drifting and gently guide yourself back. It's a practice, not a perfect.
So let's talk about making this a real part of your day. I know routines can sound boring, but honestly, having a little grounding ritual, even if it's just 2 minutes, can make a huge difference. Like maybe you listen to your favorite calming song while you make your coffee, or you keep a little bottle of lavender oil in your bag to sniff when things get wild. I do that all the time, and it helps me not yell at my phone.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe you set a timer and just sit quietly, or you run your hands under cool water and really feel the sensation. The point is to pick something that fits your life, not someone else's Instagram routine. And if you can, try to do it at the same time each day, even if it's just before bed or right after you wake up. That way, it becomes a habit and your body starts to expect that little moment of calm.
And if you miss a day or your routine gets interrupted, that's okay. Just start again when you can. It's like we said in our first episode, it's not about being perfect, it's about being present. So find what feels good and let it be easy.
Absolutely. And if you try something new or you have a grounding practice that works for you, let us know. We love hearing your stories. We'll be back in a couple weeks with more ways to bring a little peace and presence into your day. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other.
Thanks for hanging out with us, friends. Go find your anchor, and we'll see you next time on the Pleasant Spirit Podcast. Bye, Kyle.
Bye, Kelsey. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening to the Pleasant Spirit Podcast. To learn more, visit pleasantspirit.com, and don't forget to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. If you want to reach out, you can email us at podcast@pleasantspirit.com. If you are in the Portland, Oregon area, you can schedule a massage at pleasanttouchmassage.com. Until next time, be well.